Morning, everyone. This is Sky and Van with the 21-day fast. We're on day 6. This is the AM meeting, and right now we have Mickey here from Florida. And Mickey, jump in. You were starting to share how you were processing.
Yes, I woke up fine, more energy. I'm doing great. I know I need to drink more water today to help me. But
Hmm.
this morning, unfortunately, I have to, leave. So I'm just came here to say hello, before I go. But I'll be back in the night call. So I have to
Oh,
go to
good.
yeah, I have to go to a chiropractor mostly Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I just wanted to say hello before I go.
Very nice. Good. Always good to see you and have you. That's I appreciate that. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're
Good to know you're
welcome.
doing well. Good to know you're doing well.
So you guys have a great day today. So see you all later.
Okay, baby. Thank you for calling.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Okay. See you later.
Well, I would
Scott,
have been
you
I would have
and
been
me. I can
sleeping
tell
still, but I
you
got
about
up.
yourself, Sky. What did I say? No. Oh, somebody's on call. Let me just shut up. Hey, Prima. Hey, Queen.
Wait, wait.
She's putting her earphones on.
Yeah.
I feel tired this morning. You could see my eyes look sleepy. I would rather be in bed right now, but I have to get up and do my duties. But I feel energized in the sense that I feel awake, but I feel a little like I could have stayed a little like another hour resting in the bed, but
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what. As you know, that's what comes along with the fasting territory. I mean, you have energy, but at the same time, there's that sense that you need to just chill and relax and rest as much as possible. And I was very thankful that I didn't have to work this morning, so I get a chance to lay up a little bit more, and not
So
all.
why are you wearing that? Are you like both you and Prema are like bundled up? Is that because where you are it's cold and you gotta bundle up in your place?
Yeah, it's a little cold here, and I mean, I could stomach it, but because I'm fasting, I'm kind of paranoid about the whole idea of fasting in the dead of winter. Like here in New York, it's like 3 degrees every day now. So I just figured let me just keep the warmth in, like I'll boil water and stuff. I mean, it's not intolerable, but I guess I'm just protecting myself a little bit. Last thing I want is for myself to get ill, and then when you're fasting, you don't want to be uncomfortable. So I figured let me just do this.
Right.
Good
You need to
morning.
move to
It's
a tropical island.
Yes, ma'am. Let me tell you something. I'm a toenail away from moving to Puerto Rico or St. Thomas. Trust me on that.
St.
Let
Thomas
me
is really
come.
expensive.
Well, that's okay because the kind of money I'm about to make, I'll be able to afford it. And
Word?
that's
I like
that's
that.
that's what I'm manifesting. I'm not playing.
I
I'm
like that.
manifesting big money. Big money. I'm a king. I deserve to have a castle.
What about a queen?
Hey, got to have that. Got to have several. You know. Right.
That's right.
I can handle it.
Keep
I
it
can.
open.
That's right. I can handle it. That's
Right.
right. I want several queens.
Okay, back to water
Bigamy.
fasting.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna get hit with that one. The feminist groups are coming after me. I can feel it. Oh God. Yeah, but you gotta, like you were saying, this fasting is all about, becoming, getting in touch with your spiritual side and about manifestation. So I'm manifesting big things.
Absolutely. I posted a video series that I'm listening to right now. I paused it while we're on the call, but it's Louise Hay, and let me let me tell you who's in it. Um, uh, Infinite Waters, this guy from like England
Yeah,
who
Ralph
talks a lot
Smart.
of positive stuff.
Yeah, Ralph
You,
Smart. Follow him.
huh?
I follow him. That's Ralph Smart.
Yeah, you are creators. And it's basically like all these videos. I posted it in the group. It's all these videos that talk about changing the way you think, changing your words, and how you relate to everything in your life. Because remember I said your body is a reflection of your mind. Your mind is a reflection of your thoughts and your words and it's all a circle because it comes back around. It doesn't even have a starting point because your body is a reflection of your mind, is a reflection of your body, is a reflection of your thoughts. You know what I mean? It just keeps going around and around. So I'm listening to these, like, I guess you could say, you know how grandma would listen to like the church sermon on Sunday if she didn't go and she just has it on.
Hey,
I kind of am listening to it like with that respect, like just having it on as background. And it's like hours of all these positive affirmations, and your thought becomes your reality. Um, the last video, Louise Hay was talking about this thought that I got to go play the lottery is a thought of poverty consciousness because you're saying to the universe, I don't have enough, so I got to go play this ticket so I can get all the abundance that I need to make this work. When in actuality, what we should be saying is we have everything. It's all here. We got it. It's done. We won the lottery already. We have everything we can possibly want, and everything else is actually happening as we speak. And I love her saying that because I go get my tickets on a regular. Every time I go to the grocery store, I buy me a lottery ticket because I feel like, man, if I could win that lottery, I know exactly what I would do with it. But I was glad. I'm still going to buy tickets, actually, but I'm going to go in there with a different mentality now. I'm going to go in there with a different thought process of, I already won. I'm still going to buy it, but I already won. And I hope that changes things. Another thing is, if you look in the background of my screen over there, I have a candle burning. I was looking up manifestation, how to create manifestations really fast, and I found a video of a girl who she said to write yourself a letter about being thankful and grateful for what you have, and then burn a candle with the letter. So the letter I wrote to myself about everything I'm thankful for. See, when you have an attitude of gratitude, it creates a bubble of manifestation around you. It's like the greatest way to get things that you want, need, and desire in your life. So I wrote a thank you letter to myself, and to things, my children, the people around me, what I need, what I want, what I desire, what I have already. And I sealed it in an envelope and I put it underneath the candle, and it's just going to burn. And every time, it's right over the sink, so every time I just go over to the sink every moment, I'm just going to reflect on the light in the candle, that it's emanating a fire of manifestation. And to me, it could be considered magic. It could be considered whatever you want to consider it. But I feel like whatever it takes, I'm going to do it, because I feel like when I really reflect on what I want to create in my life, it does happen. And it always happens. It has always happened. And so, and the things I get disappointed on, and the things that I'm not successful at, I down myself when I really should be changing that reflection to a more positive thing so that I can create what I want. And that's part of this fast. This fast is for me to really change the things that I don't like about my life into what I really want to create. I want my life to be a Lifetime movie that's not filled with drama. That's filled with ups and downs, but it's filled with lots of crying joy. You know what I mean? So.
I totally agree with that, and that's exactly what this fast means to me. I mean, I'm a big fan of Louise Hay as well. I have several of her work, and I totally resonate with what she's talking about. Her book, You Can Heal Your Life, changed my life. One of the books that woke me up, along with the Four Agreements, and there are a couple others. And yes, I definitely believe that your thoughts, that's why I was saying yesterday, watch your words, because they have a big correlation to do with how your life's turning out, you know. And during this fast is exactly what you said. Like, I still buy my tickets, but I have a mindset that I already won the lotto or anything, you know, or whatever, you know, anything that's dealing with prosperity and, you know, abundance. I always feel good about it these days. You know, I don't have any question about anything. It's like I already got it. You know, I haven't even checked my tickets lately. I haven't checked my tickets in like 3 weeks to a month. You know, but I already feel like I won something big. And that's how I walk around, you know, and it is your choice. You know, it's your choice. You know, a lot of us come from a lifestyle of lack, and we adopt that mentality, and that's all we know. Like, you know, not for nothing, but you ever see like people that are raised on welfare, you know, and I'm not knocking that, but a lot of times that's a learned behavior, because then the child ends up growing up, and what happens? They end up on welfare, and then their children are being conditioned to do what? End up on welfare. I mean, I've seen it generation upon generation, and you know, a lot of times that's just a learned behavior to be in a lack state of mind. And I believe that who wants to be in a life of toil and drama and BS and all this nonsense? You know, I believe that you're supposed to be abundantly rich in all areas. You know, so I want a Harlequin lifestyle. You know, I want a lifestyle of you know, of the Billionaires Boys Club. You know, I don't want to be working for trading my time for money. You know, I want my money to work for me. You know, so I agree with you 100%, and that's what this fast is about. For me, it's about manifestation. It's about prosperity, abundance. It's about peace, love. It's about finding myself and my soulmate. Hey, what's up, Claire? What's up, Prema? What's going on, guys?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, very well. I can hear you
Oh,
clear.
oh, okay. Didn't you mean soulmates?
Exactly. Did I leave off the S? My bad.
Yeah, I'm watching you, brother.
Yes, that's what I meant. I meant multiples.
Yeah, I'm having so much energy that I'm staying up too late at night, and things are coming to me, and it's like I'm multitasking like a mug. This is like ridiculous. So I'm staying up too late. I didn't go to bed last night till 2, and so I gotta flip this and get to bed early. So, I mean, what do you do to, like, when your energy gets to be too much?
Well, I know Sky probably has some answers. Quickly, I'm just going to say you probably want to meditate. Meditation would just calm you down. You know, in my opinion, I know it does that for me. Puts me in almost a hypnotic point of view, and you know, you get some rest. But yeah, going to bed early wouldn't hurt either. But maybe you want to meditate, right? Well, you probably should do that anyway, especially while you're fasting. You probably should meditate before you go to bed and meditate when you wake up. It'll just ease your mind. Maybe your mind is just so busy right now, you know?
I
Okay.
think that I think that our body tells us exactly what it's trying to say. And I think that if you have a lot of energy where you're just staying awake till 2, 3, and 4 o'clock in the morning, there's two ways you can look at it. One way to look at it is go with the energy and just enjoy yourself. If you don't have a job to go to, like myself, you can go to bed as late as you want and you can wake up whenever you want. So you're going to get your rest when your body requires it. A. The other side is turn your lights off in your house because light really affects our energy. Because even though we are modern people, you know, unnatural light, you know, like I always go back to the original man without all this stuff, right? And when the sun went down, we went down. You know, we were very much we very much moved according to the sun. And if you ever feel like, you know, it's just too late, I really just need to go to sleep because I got things to do tomorrow, and, you know, all this energy is great, but just turn all the lights out everywhere and just have a dark space. You don't necessarily even have to lay down, but your body's going to start like, your body's going to start to like simmer, you know, it's going to go down and be like, oh, okay. And that could probably help with your energy, and that way you'll have more energy during the day because it's saving it up. That would be my A and B points.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, go with the energy and like exert yourself with that, I think, and then you'll kind of get tired. But yeah, I agree with meditation too. So there's like two sides of it. But yeah, I have some news, guys. I actually broke the fast today. My mum came over and she was like, she brought some food over and she's like, you gotta eat, man, you gotta eat. I'm like, no, I'm not eating. And I didn't expect her to bring food because she rang me first and she said she'd bring food over, and I was like, no. And then I thought, you know, they'd just eat themselves out before they came here. And then they brought it here and I was like, oh, yeah, all right then, you know, so I'm really annoyed, actually, so I'm setting myself back another 5 days, 6 days, actually. So I'm going to rewind this because I'm determined to finish this thing, so, you know, it's
What did you
frustrating.
eat? What did you eat?
Sushi of all things. Oh, man, not cool. And actually, the reflux that I was experiencing before that was even worse when I ate that stuff. So it just shows you.
When I Googled reflux, it said try warm water, and then it said try elevating your head. You read about that? Elevate your head above your heart when you're sleeping, so that.
No, I haven't actually.
Because sometimes the reflux is the fluids coming back up. So if you elevate your head, yeah. It seemed like there were a lot of good suggestions if you Google.
Yeah. Well, I was feeling kind of really weak earlier today, like really quite weak, and I had to lie down. I had to just rest for a while, and yeah, it's frustrating, but I know I'm going to finish this, so I have to just sort of rewind that tape a bit and, you know, do that. But after that, anyway, I walked about maybe about 3 or 4 blocks and just drank my water, and I felt really good, but yeah, it's kind of annoying, but, you know, it'll happen. So we'll see how we go.
Claire, don't fret that, Claire. I mean, look, you know, things happen, you know. I mean, once again, you went 6 days. You know, that's amazing. That's really amazing. And, you know, I can't make you wrong for that. You know, at the end of the day, if I were you, I mean, you feel pretty bad today, you know, because I don't need to tell you. You know, first of all, you didn't only break the fast, but you ate sushi, and then it's sort of like you crashed. You crashed. You know, you didn't have like say like if you had started, then you broke the fast and you had like a raw juice. You know, then your body would probably be a little more susceptible to that, you know, condition of you breaking the fast, but you kind of ate something
Exactly.
that was kind of highly, you know what I'm trying to say. So why don't you do yourself a favor and don't start fasting again tomorrow? Like get like ease into it this time, with some raw juices, and maybe by Monday, you come back. I mean, there's nothing wrong.
Mhm.
Don't make yourself wrong. Just ease back into
Yeah,
it. Ease back
I kind
into it.
of feel like I kind of feel like then it was like a hiccup and that I can keep going. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Maybe a juice would be good, but
Yeah.
I think I want to just keep going. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
from now. So
okay. Well, however you feel. I mean, I would ease
yeah.
back into it, but if you feel that
Okay.
way, I mean, there's nothing
Mhm.
wrong. There's no wrong way to do it.
Mhm.
Go
Mhm.
along with how you know.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Well, don't like I said, don't beat yourself up. It's not about that.
Mhm.
It's really not.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like
Uh-huh.
I said, if I had somebody here, cooking food all the time, who knows? Who knows?
Mhm.
If I if I
I
even if
I
I
wanted
even
to
lived next to Sky Juice, if I even lived in this in the place next to her, I'd be in trouble right now. Because with her cooking all that food all the time, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, first of all, I'm here in my place by myself. My son is not here. He's in the National Guard, and I don't have anybody here living with me. Although I see someone. I don't have. She don't live here, so I don't
Mhm.
have to. I don't have to be subjected all the time with food. Thank God for the group, because if it wasn't for the group, I would have broke my fast too, probably. So, I mean, we all
Mhm.
just go day to day. This is just day 6. Sorry, Scott. Go ahead.
one thing is the beauty that Claire is still coming to the calls because she broke her fast. I mean, that's still a
Mhm.
beautiful thing that you feel the energy of coming on the calls. I really do enjoy this because I don't have a
Yeah.
social life, so this is it. um, and so I enjoy getting together with folks
Mhm.
who have like a common interest. Um, anyway, so I really could keep doing these calls. Honestly, we'll
Mhm.
see. um,
Mhm.
on the other side of that coin, I don't know if Van, I don't know if you read the post. Can you guys mute because there's some feedback?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you read the post about Kenya, who posted something about diabetes and her blood sugar went like low to 62, and um, so she broke the fast. I don't know if you were reading that in the group. I read it last night and I didn't respond until this morning because I think one of the ladies, she did, I think her name was Barbara, she did participate with me on a raw food thing once. But the energy that she shared to Kenya was the not the way I feel like folks. She got really dramatic, and I don't like that. I mean, I know she's coming from a place of deep concern, but um, people get really like, oh my God, with fasting. I personally don't feel Kenya was in any danger at all. But of course, she has to read. I don't check my blood sugar level, so that's probably what diabetics do. It's probably low right now. My heart rate is probably low right now, but I'm not checking those things at all. I'm going with the flow. I'm doing this like I'm a man in nature. But I just felt like, once again about manifestation is let us reflect, you know, positivity. Like one lady did say to her, she reminded her, Kenya, I think the lady's name was Anita. She reflected to Kenya that, we did mention that this is a do it on your own. We're here to support each other, but we don't know what's going on with you physically. We don't have I don't read documents like that, and I don't have any desire to. So I just like guiding and advocating, and you know the thing about Kenya is she really has a desire to change her paradigm. in her health. So that's a good thing. And diabetics can successfully fast. But I have read that diabetics have died fasting, water fasting. The two that I've heard about were in a medically supervised, no, not medically supervised, a supervised fast. It wasn't doctors. They were like fasting gurus or whatever. So I bring this up to say, once again, the reminder that folks can fast, but really be mindful of your health conditions. And if you're on medication, if you're taking something, if you're, I don't know all medications. I don't know the results of fasting according to your own personal health. I'm going with this in the scheme of most folks are generally healthy. They desire a change. They want to feel what it feels like and do it. And 21 days is really a long-term fast for a beginner. So even 5 days, 3 days is amazing, okay? A lot does happen within 3 days. 7 days is amazing. So folks don't have to feel like failures and dramatic, and there is deep concern, but there really shouldn't be an alarm going off either. So that's just some of the thoughts I felt. Like, how you look at something, you kind of roll your eyes, and it's like, I mean, it's great that Kenya shared her thoughts, but like even she said like her mom was begging her to eat. And that's another thing, that when you read a lot of fasting material and watch online, like people on YouTube, you actually only want to, I'm not going to say don't tell anybody you're fasting, but you only want to tell like one person, especially if you don't have enough information to kick back and just flatten them. So I could tell everybody I'm fasting, because once they start asking me them stupid questions, I know how to kick their butt real fast and let them know that I know exactly what I'm doing. But if you don't have enough information and you're kind of almost experimenting with this, then you really shouldn't tell anybody, except maybe one person who should know what you're doing, just for like the insurance factor. But because people are so negative about fasting, everyone who says something about water fasting in a negative way, I know they haven't read enough information about it. They really haven't read enough. And that's just basically what I know. I know that everyone who has a negative thing about fasting, they don't have the facts, and that's all it is. And fasting is a very factual, very logical, very scientific healing modality that has been done since the beginning of time to all humans and animals, and it works, and we should use it with strength. They said the worst person to go into a fast is someone who fears a fast. So if you're afraid that, to me, when I hear people asking like, well, should I be taking vitamins, that is fear-based, because something in you is saying I'm lacking something because I'm drinking water, instead of saying that my body is responding to this fast in such a miraculous way that I'm not depleting myself of anything. I'm just cleansing out the junk. So that's it. That's what I wanted to share.
True, I feel that, Sky. I mean, I've told like a couple of people, if not maybe like 3, including my mom, and that I kind of. I mean, I guess they can't. Some of them are, like, assume they're like, oh, so you're not having any lunch, or like you won't go for a coffee. I'm like, I don't really drink coffee anyway, but it's like, no, I'm just gonna have my water. And so they're like, and I mentioned to one lady, and she was like, oh, so are you doing it again? Because she I told her that I'd gone through a 21-day almost, done the 18 days fast, up to 18 days in that 21-day. Last time we did this, and she was like, are you crazy? I'm like, no. But like you said, I didn't really feel like I had enough backing to say, no, I'm not crazy. This actually does work, and it's a good positive thing. You gotta research and do your backup and say, really kick them in the butt and say, this does work. Have you tried it? Because it's possible. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, I didn't know that Kenya was dealing with diabetes. I mean, I've conversed with her on Facebook a time or two, and I didn't know she was dealing with that because I would have definitely given her some pointers, and I'm gonna answer that post when I get off. But Sky and everyone else, most people mean well for you. I mean, they'll come at you, they'll be like, they'll appear negative, but they're just ignorant to it. Like they don't know. No one really knows how beneficial this labor is that we're doing. They don't know. And they really just want the best for you. So it's just like if your kid came to you and said whatever that's crazy to you in your mind, that they're going to become an acrobat with Cirque du Soleil at the age of 23 and they've never even ran a race. Like maybe you'll be like, are you crazy? But you may just be ignorant to something. And most people, I see the general public as being completely ignorant to the benefits and the reasons for fasting. I always find myself trying not to preach. Like when I speak about it, like when if I'm somewhere and there's a lot of food and people are like, oh, help yourself. And I'm like, well, right now I can't. And they're like, why? What, are you on a diet? And I'm like, well, I'm water fasting right now. And they're like, oh, that's good. And they'd be like, they don't know what it is until we start talking about it. Because they're thinking water fast, okay, you're fasting for 6 hours. Oh, you're adding vitamins to the water, right? They always say that. And I'm like, no, it's just water. And they're like, just water? And they're like, how many days are you doing this? I'm doing it for 21 days. And I've done it before. And they're like, that's not healthy. Like we always go back and forth. And I always find myself educating someone. I could see the light going off in their head. Like there's something to it that I know what I'm saying. But they are still ignorant to it. Like they have no concept. They've never heard of this before. Especially if they're not into like church or something, because everybody in the church really knows about fasting and Jesus fasted in the desert and the whole 9 yards. But mostly everyone in our society, especially in Western culture, come on, it's all about food. Food is everything. Food is love. We're supposed to clean our plate. We get a big portion, and we our mothers and grandmothers and family want to see us eat. So we're emotionally tied to food. And the whole concept of not eating for days, that's not even something that one thinks about. If you don't have food in your house, how do you feel? You feel like you're poor. So food is tied to everything that means everything good. So most people are just ignorant, that's all. So when that lady came at her in a dramatic fashion, I'm sorry to hear that too, because that's not what Kenya might have needed to hear at that point. But she's probably just ignorant to what fasting is. And Kenya, God bless you. I mean, you did however many days you did, 4 or 5 days. I think that's amazing. If I knew you were diabetic, I might have told you maybe fast a day or 3 days just to get started until you learn more. And but I'm proud of you, and I applaud you for taking this on. And don't stop fasting. Take it slow, 3 days at a time. Every month maybe do 3 days. It adds up. And that's all I want to say. I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, I
Let me
was just wondering. Oh, go ahead, Scott.
No, go ahead. I'm just checking YouTube. There's a few viewers, and I just want to see if anyone on YouTube has left any messages. No comments here, but there are several people watching on YouTube. So, morning to the folks who are not exactly on the Hangout but are watching us live, we appreciate you. And hopefully you're doing well with the fasting. We'd love to hear your voice, though, and let us know how come you're not on the Hangout, because we got room in here. It's a room full. 10 people can be in here, so maybe you don't have the connection, but I think it's a pretty basic connection to get in here. Anyway, go ahead, Claire.
No, I was just gonna say about emotions and eating and stuff, and I don't know if this makes sense, but like I was just wondering, like, you know, maybe researching about like the you know, the taste and the emotion of food, like even the smell and the scent of it, you know, and researching really how the tongue itself, like, actually, you know, has some sort of connective emotion to the food. Sort of thing. I think it'd be fun. I'd find it fascinating to research on that and the actual biology of it as well. And you know, I don't know. I mean, you know, I felt myself. I'm an emotional eater, so I'll often, you know, when I am not fasting, I'll be going to the fridge a fair bit, and it's become habitual. You know, it's like you know, when you get bored, it's like you want to eat. Sort of thing, or it's a thing to do. It's like a routine, you know, sort of thing. So it's sort of like managing that sort of thing. But I feel I'm getting past it, so that's good. I don't know how you guys are feeling about that. I think we shared a bit about that in the last few calls, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just wanted to say that.
Sounds good. I think I'm complete with this call. If you guys want to share more, then let me know.
Prema, did you have anything else you wanted to say before we wrap it up?
Well, I told you I Google everything, and I just Googled water fasting, diabetes, and I saw several references to people who fast and are diabetic, and they're successful. So I would say to Kenya, find people like you. And to Claire, to me, it's all about feeling good. And I subscribe to the belief that we all have a vibrational vortex and all our good is in there. And all we have to do is feel good and it'll come to us. So when I broke my fast, I felt a little bad about it. And then I realized I don't want to feel bad. I'm going to feel good and just keep going.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, Prema. That's exactly that's the right way to think. And I just want to say, Sky, for the viewers online that are not in the Hangout, a lot of them are listening to us from work, from what I realized.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of them have their headset on and they're actually working, but they're listening. So we want to thank you guys for listening in. If you can come on the Hangout, that would be great. We have plenty of room for you, but if you can't, we understand. And thank you for coming in with your energy. We appreciate it. And Claire, once again, to me, you're a champion. I remember you from the last fast, and you look completely different. Like, you know, you're always beautiful, but you're absolutely stunning right now. You are stunning. So whatever you're doing.
What about me?
Oh, I was.
Okay, everybody go get their crown because we're all queens.
Let me get my crown. I have to get my crown.
Man, we're all queens. We're all like, we're ready.
Well, I was gonna go around. You know, like this is my first time getting to meet you. You know, Sky and Claire I already know from the last time we did this, so I can see the difference in them. You know, but Prema, you already know you're a beautiful woman. Nobody has to tell you that. You know that. But I know Sky from the last time. Sky is a goddess to me. Like, she's absolutely stunning anyway. You know, and every time I see her.
Do you see my crown?
You
know, see my crown?
Oh, God. But Sky Juice she's a queen. She's a goddess, you know, and you know, yeah. Oh, you're doing it too now, Jesus. I don't even want to know how you guys are doing that, because then I'm gonna end up doing it. So I don't even want to know about that.
Well,
But you're all beautiful.
all you gotta do is when you get to that place in the islands where you're ready with all your big money, just call us. We'll let you know how to do everything.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Seriously.
You all a part of the harem. Don't worry. You all a part of the harem.
Yeah. And your 7
Ladies
queens.
out there, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, ladies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at my background.
No, no doubt. How you guys doing that? I can't do my thing.
You gotta go on the left. There's effects in the toolbox.
Oh, I see. Because I was
Yeah.
going to my actual webcam.
And you could there's pictures and sound
Oh, yeah.
effects.
I don't think I have that.
Yeah. What are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone. Yeah.
So can you if you just hover over the upper left corner, then the icons should reveal themselves.
Hey, how you
Okay, I'll check
doing?
it out later.
Good.
It's the toolbox. It's there you go.
Funny shit.
See, look what you picked first. You're an angel. So so you're back in the game.
I don't know where that is on my phone, and I don't want to know actually.
Try it on your desktop or your laptop, and then because you'll definitely see it there.
No, I'm good. You guys have fun with that. I'm quite all right. We need a sense of normalcy on this call. All right, guys. So, anybody else? What about
I just want to
I
say
think it's all good.
it's 19 degrees in Detroit, and my blood has thinned because I lived in Hawaii for 20 years, and I just can't take the cold. And I find that my energy goes out of my skull if I don't cover it. So that's why I'm bundled up.
Well, I think I'm good. It's only like 75 degrees here, so it's really cold.
Yeah.
It's cold out here. We're used to 85 degrees.
I love
But
it.
I'm gonna just be here on the beach. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna kick back now and relax in the sunshine.
You already know.
So, all right, y'all. Have a good day.
All right. I love
All
you
right.
guys. Thank you.
Peace.
I'm out. Take care, guys. See you later. Okay.
All righty.
All right. Thanks, guys.